you are setting the bar high. And actually, right now, the bar is low to the flow. Hell, I just want to see us win some games.
A special salute for the truth, Sean Taylor. See, everywhere I go, you know I rep that you. Orange and green from head to toe, that's you.
What's up, guys? Welcome to NMDTV. Canes all day. If you're rocking with the you know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe button so you never miss out on the video. And big shout out to the Patreon squad, aka the Kane Gang. Listen, if you want that extra content, I think Manny Diaz has some excuses up his sleeve. Look, I talked about that on the Patreon squad. If you want that extra content, link in the description. Big shout out to the Kane Gang. Let's talk about Miami losing to North Carolina. Now, I'm frustrated, guys. Just like you may be, just like I'm sure you are, everybody watching this video is upset. So I don't want to get started with this video and just start ranting. And I don't want to say fire Manny 15 times. So I'm going to try to break it down a little bit by the look. So first things first, let's start with defense. Defense was terrible. Defense has been terrible all year. Defense is horrific. It's to the point now where if a running back, receiver, quarterback, you get past our D-line, I think you're going to score. If you get past our D-line, I think you're going to score. You know, I think our D-line is our strength. They've actually been consistent throughout the year. But the thing about it is, you know, they have no support at all for the linebackers. I mean, hell, most of the time I see Nesta running down the field with the linebackers. It's just this. It doesn't even feel like a true defense. Like, there's no gang tackling. There's no true playmaking. You look at Harvey making a hell of a play, very athletic, very smart play, tipping the ball up and taking it to the house. But that's rare for this team. I mean, I can't even remember the last time a DB got an interception and took it to the house. Anybody know? Let me know in the comments. But it's just going to come down to not being able to tackle. And watching the game, I got tired of the announcer talking about us not being able to tackle. But then, as soon as he say that, I see Sam Howell run over James Williams, run over DJ Ivy, run over Bubba Bolden. It's tough right now. You know, one adjustment I wish we could make is putting Corey Couch on the inside and having another corner play on the outside, because I feel like Corey Couch was really good at covering the slot, blitzing from that corner position, and he held his own in the open field. But now him playing on the outside, I just think he's better fit for the inside. And but we can't trust DJ Ivy. We don't know what Isaiah Dunson and what Marcus Clark can do. So we got Stevenson and we got Couch on the outside. And for some strange reason, we had Gervin Hall over a wide receiver who scored a touchdown in every 9 straight games now. 2 weeks to prepare, and that's what Manny thought. 2 weeks to prepare, and our defensive-minded coach, right? Because he, you know, this is his defense. And he said, you know what? I got him. I got him. We're going to put Gervin Hall on downs on their best wide receiver, and let's see what happened. Well, we saw what happened. And basically, we just couldn't tackle. So, it is what it is. I do think our defensive line is our strength, you know. But besides that, and my biggest worry is that James Williams, Cam Kitchens, the longer they're in this program, the longer they're with this staff, next year I'm afraid to see what they're going to be like, because I'm afraid that they're going to regress, just like DJ Ivy, just like Gervin Hall. Bubba Bolden, first 2 games, people love Bubba Bolden. But the more that man got to get coached by our coaches, I mean, he looks like a totally different player. It's crazy. Bubba Bolden got 25 armbands on, but don't want to tackle nobody. I just don't know what's going on. Like, I remember that Florida State game where that man jumped that route, picked that ball off, or he picked it, he tipped it. When he tipped it and then Al Blaze picked it off. Where's the anticipation on our DBs to anticipate the ball and make a play? Where is that at? And the tackling's not going to get better. If you can't tackle by this time, you just can't tackle, and we can't tackle. So offensively, started off slow like we always do. That's who we are now. We start the game off slow, and then we make a run for it, and then we get into the press conference and say the kids are gonna fight. They're gonna fight. Well, look, have them prepared from go, and let's execute from go, and we won't have to fight. We won't have to fight. We could just win a damn game. But Rooster, man, Rooster's got to be the talk of the offense, right? Rooster actually gives you hope because, you know, this man missed the first 4 games. He's really just getting his footing, and he looked great. You know, the open space killer. If he get you in the open space, he gonna kill you. And we saw that dead leg 1 or 2 times. We saw him we saw that he was tough enough to run between the tackles, short yardage. So hey, I like Rooster. Give him the ball. We got to give him 20 to 30 touches. Maybe that's too much, but give this man a lot of touches. How about we do something crazy? Have Smith somehow in the backfield. Have Rooster in the backfield. Let's get creative. Look, we got nothing to lose now. We got to bring out all the stops. We got to bring out do we got some trick plays, like some creative plays? Let's pull them out because that's what we need to do now. This is going to be a big topic. 45 to down by 3, and we're aggressive. And I think that's what people wanted, but I just thought it was a bad call. The reason I thought it was a bad call, because it's easy to sit here now and say it was a bad call. I thought you could have thrown a fade to the outside. I thought going to the middle is dangerous. We saw why it was dangerous, but why I say that was a bad call is because North Carolina knew that, one, you had to get the ball out early or very quickly. So I'm pretty sure they just told him, like, hey, if you can't get to the quarterback, jump up and tip the ball. 2, that's been our MO. Like Tyler Van Dyke, he's been successful at getting the ball out early. So I think they knew that too. And that play where the ball got tipped up and intercepted was very similar to a play that happened earlier in the 4th quarter, about the 12-minute mark, I believe. Tipped the ball in the air, and it didn't get intercepted, but they were doing it. So I just thought that was an interesting call. When you freeze frame it, it do look like Rambo was open, but didn't happen. You know, you would wonder what would have happened if we started offensively on fire and we didn't wait till the second half. Sometimes it feels like our offense is using the first quarter as practice. So we come out with 12 total yards, 11 total yards, and then we get warmed up and then we get ready to go. But by the time we get ready to go, it's too late. It's just too late to apologize. It's too late. What else we looking at? Keyshawn Smith, Mike Harvey, I thought Rambo, I thought they caught the ball with their hands. I got no complaints. I thought the receivers played well. TVD, he is who he is. We just got to hope he gets better. That's right. We just got to hope he gets better because we're not going to put Matok in there, I don't think. No, I don't think we're going to put the walk-on Rizik in. I don't even know how to say his name, but. So, TVD, we got to ride with him, man. I mean, he stared down some passes. Woo. And it do seem like, I think it was maybe Brandon Merriweather who tweeted this out. But it seems like he picks a wide receiver, and that's who he's going to. But that's who we got to ride with. So, Rhett Lashley, still not impressed with Rhett Lashley. Still not impressed with Rhett. So we look at to where we are right now. Miami has North Carolina State and Pitt up next. Woo! Those 2 teams are looking good. They're on fire, and we'll see what happens, man. It's tough being a Miami Hurricane fan right now. We down bad. We down bad. You know, the picture of Manny going out into the stadium, our standards are so low that there are some fans that saw that picture of Manny and was like, he really wants this. We've got to get him another year because we really want this. He really wants this. Cause he's out on the field afterwards. You could tell his heart hurts for this. He really wants this. Listen, man. Is that how low our standards are? To where a head coach can go take a picture or get a picture of him taken, or somebody takes a picture of him looking at the field reflecting on the shitty job that's been done this season. And we could just forget about everything he's done. We could just forget about how the team looks unprepared. We could just forget about how the season ended last year, getting 700 yards on our head. We could just forget about all the hires he made, hiring Dan Enos, hiring Blake Baker, firing Dan Enos, Blake Baker leaving, losing to FIU, not getting. We could just forget all that and say, you know what? That he looks sad. You could tell he really wants it. Look, man, it's about actions. It's about actions. Actions. Manny, if he wants it bad enough, he will find a way. Right? How can Manny get through these kids that in year 3 it's going to take 4 quarters for us to beat anybody? 4 quarters. And we're not talking about beating Alabama. We're not talking about beating even Clemson when they were really good. We're talking about beating a North Carolina team that lost to Florida State. We're talking about beating a Virginia team that's just been terrible, at one of the worst defenses in the nation. We got to get it done, man. We've got to get it done. And I know people may say, Grant, you're really harsh on Manny Diaz. Why is that? And I'll tell you why. You know, I look at Manny different than I would look at some coaches, and here's why. One, Manny has been with the program for 6 years, right? This is his defense. He recruited some of the players to go into this defense. The defense has got worse. The scheme has been figured out. Don't like the scheme. I'm ready for us to toss the scheme. He's going to be on record for some of the worst defensive performance, and he is a defensive-minded coach. 2, things would be a lot different if when Manny got this job, he set the expectation level, right? He looked at us and he said, listen, he would have said something like, I love this school, I love this program, but it's going to take time for us to build it up. We're gonna get to work. But did Manny come out and do that? No. Manny came out the gate, proclaimed that this is the new Miami. He came out tackling dummies with 76 on it, tackling dummies with Florida Gators on there. He told us that this wasn't a rebuild. He told the recruits that you can come to Miami or you're going to get your ass whooped. He was on the yachts. He came in crashing coaching clinics. When you come in like that, you are setting the bar high. And actually, right now, the bar is low to the flow. Hell, I just want to see us win some games. But I will never forget that Manny put this pressure on him by how he came out the gates. You can look at me as the big, bad, negative YouTuber all you want to. That's fine. You can do that. But I never made Manny get on that microphone and puff out his chest before games were played. Talk that talk before games were played. Because he was talking that talk, and now that games are being played and resumes are being made, come on now. I said when the games are being played and the resumes are being made, that chest, that is not poking out now. Is looking sad at an empty stadium. You got Mac Brown grabbing your ass. That boy Mac Brown said, get your ass back over here, boy. You know I own you, right? I fired your ass at Texas, and you can't beat me here at North Carolina. 0-3 against North Carolina. Man, grab that man. Grab that man. Man, looking like this. Let me go, man. Let me go, man. The way Manny became our head coach, the way he got on that mic and talked that talk, you couldn't have told me we were going to be 0-3 versus North Carolina. You couldn't have told me that North Carolina was going to put 700-something yards on our head. You couldn't have told me that we'd go 315 days without beating a Power 5 team.